again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Brown's Latest. Happy Saturday, and I'm going to tell you right out of the gate, folks, this is a quarterback tracker-free Saturday show. Just letting you know. I am Dave Grendzynski. A lot of people like to call me Grizzer because in high school, a lot of people couldn't pronounce my last name. So they just, and plus the movie Vacation had just come out, the Griswolds. So it started with Griswolds and then eventually ended up as Grizzer. So people like to call me Grizzer. Thank you to everyone who likes this show because we provide you with the latest updates on our Cleveland Browns. And then we also give you a take with those updates along the way, not only from me, but from you as well. And to everyone who has subscribed to the channel, can't thank you enough. And then those of you who do get your comments down in the viewer comment section, there is plenty to comment on lately because training camp continues and the early bird gets the worm out in Berea today. It's also a big day for the quarterbacks, especially the rookies, as training camp is now going here out in Berea, but also across the entire league. We've already seen some quarterbacks go down on other teams. Now, does that mean the national pundits are looking at the Browns quarterback room as one of the better ones in the league after the events of the last week? Or are we still considered one of the worst? We're going to find out. And down in the viewer comments, one person who explains why many of us don't understand football, and then another who says Shedeur Sanders reminds him of a famous Chargers quarterback. We'll find out. Who does he mean? What could he be talking about? But the first things first, this is what you have to look forward to today. This is how you're spending your Saturday morning. Yeah, they're already going out there, folks. They got going at 9 this morning with Kevin Stefanski, and at 9:30 practice started. So they're rolling already, folks. There'll be some other interviews and things along. There will be no quarterback tracker from us today. No practice tomorrow. So, there's that. And it'll kick things back up on Monday. 11:20 is when the interviews will start. And then we'll get to hear from the offensive line coach. That's good. Practice 2 o'clock on Monday, the open practice. This is open practice week. The goal, I'll be there next Monday. I'll be there whatever that is, the 3rd, the 4th, whatever that. I'll be there that day. So we have that to look forward to as well. And now, today though, back to today. This is a big day for the quarterbacks. Why? Because remember the other day, Kevin Stefanski said they're going to use the first 4 days of training camp. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Today's Saturday. Today's the 4th day. And they're going to evaluate all of the quarterbacks on those 4 days. And that's where you might see an order change come Monday. And so, or you might see rep change. You might see some kind of change come Monday, and it'll be based on these 4 days. Now, I mean, all of the there have been, little hits or misses here, but all of the guys seem to be, holding their own. But this is a big day because tomorrow they're going to sort it all out. The coaches will get together on the off day and figure it out. And then, boy, oh boy, it'll be really interesting Monday. Everybody they'll have the microscopes out on Monday to see who's getting the reps, who's going first, who's going second, who's on what field, who's on first, who's on third base. Oh my gosh, it's going to be all of that. So, but today's the day. Today they're going to wrap up the evaluation process and then make a move. Now, unfortunately, the rankings are out for the worst quarterback rooms heading into 2025, and we're still sitting at 30. Even with the Jets losing Justin Fields even with the Titans losing Will Levis. But you see, the Jets and the Titans are the only two they think are worse than us, which I think is ridiculous. The Colts there and the Saints, the Vikings got honorable mention. I don't see how they come up with this stuff because to me, how you got two veterans, you got two solid rookie, one solid rookie, and then a question mark. I don't know. I disagree with this. I think we don't need to be this low. But here's their explanation: the Cleveland Browns quarterback room. This is Alex K. From Bleacher Report. That's who put this out. Forgot to mention that. The Cleveland Browns quarterback room went from a concern to a sideshow in the span of mere months, with 4 quarterbacks now competing for a spot in the pecking order. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has the unenviable task of allocating reps and sorting the depth chart during training camp in the preseason. But like we just mentioned, that's all going to kind of come to an end today. But, this is the thing. Like, I kind of agree with him on the quarterback room being a sideshow a little bit, only because, we still haven't really committed to anybody, and we're going out there every day, and everybody's guessing, and, we keep calling it hearsay and conjecture. That's what we're getting a lot of that, but, it is what it is. So I do slightly agree with that. I don't agree with the ranking. I think our quarterbacks are better than that. I don't think we're the 30th worst quarterback room in the league. At all. And so, sorry there, Mr. Alex K. I have to disagree. Now, one thing we know is never at the bottom of any list, because they're always the best, is our viewer comments, and we got some good ones today and some good YouTube handles as well. Starting with the first one, the YouTube handle, The Facts Mob. Facts, F-A-C-T-S. Facts, as in that's the fact jack. The Fact Mob says, there's too many fans who don't understand practice reps, putting all this stock into what happens with the practice tracker. Part of the reason I'm not using the quarterback tracker today, we need a break from the quarterback tracker. We're taking a vacation from the quarterback tracker today. For all you guys know, the coaches could be completely directing where the ball goes, what routes, plays, coverages they throw to, scripting every part of it. He's like, looking at raw reps as some kind of prediction as to what's going to happen is highly ridiculous. Stop looking at practice reps like it's the regular season or something. It's hilariously casual to build a narrative from the first couple of days of training camp. You guys have to stop embarrassing yourself talking about this crap. It means nothing right now. The Facts Mob. That was awesome. That's an awesome take, man. And it is like we don't know anything yet. There's such a long way to go, man. There is a long way to go, and and maybe on Monday we'll start getting some clarity. Finally, I think that'll help calm everybody down a little bit. Once, like I said, that's why today is such a big day. It's the last day of the 4 days, and so you got your shot. Hey, did you notice? I'm trying to get more of the helmet in today. Did you see that in the shot? Did the QR code that I can never find, but I try to give you a little more helmet. All right, but I digress. Machiavelli, 8905. The Giants tried to run the ball and win theory last season, and we know how that turned out. So let's watch the beginning of this season to see how long it takes to fire this mediocre coach with a big ego. Start the betting line at 6 games. I bet the over 6.5, Machiavelli. But 8 is probably the number. I hope you're right, because my bets are cashing in, baby. Let's go. The wide zone is good on paper and works well in high school and some colleges. Those loser Dallas Cowboys use the wide zone, and, well, again, we all know the result. All right, well, it remains to be seen. I'm glad we're going back to it. Like, this is because it really puts Stefanski on notice. Like, there's no excuses anymore of, Deshaun Watson, square peg, round hole, trying to throw the ball 50 times. This offense is all on Stefanski. He's got Tommy Reese in there, Musgrave. It's his play calling. They're his plays. It's his offense. So it's all on Stefanski. So there better be improvement. Losing Judkins hurt, but like we talked about yesterday, we're gonna have to make a move or something. Like if Jerome Ford can't, if he's already got injury issues. That running back room, man, we were counting on it, but it's still early. But man, there is a ton on Stefanski tied to this offense. Another great handle coming up, folks. Crazy Gaming Online 59. Here's what we teased at the top. Shedeur was pampered by his father. None of that is happening in Cleveland. Sanders is not his father. I see Shedeur as another Trey Lance. Crazy Gaming. Those are fighting words. Crazy Gaming. It's okay. Trey Lance, he's now with the Chargers. I don't see that. I never thought Trey Lance was going to be any good, even when he was drafted. I thought that was nuts. When was it San Francisco that took him originally? I mean, he's bounced around already. Yeah, I don't see that crazy gaming, but I mean, it's a great take. You're entitled to your opinion, but no, I don't see that. I mean, I see Shedeur as Shedeur, man. Shedeur's his own thing. Shedeur against the world, baby. Cleveland against the world. Shedeur against the world. That's all I see. All right, we'll end on Laxalus77. He says, I don't think the Browns will put Shedeur on the practice squad or Dylan either. He says, but maybe Pickett or Flacco. Now, remember, and we might have to go back to this. Okay, no way is Shedeur or Dylan, Dave Gabriel, going to the practice squad. They'll never make it through waivers. Pickett, he's trade bait. Flacco, though, we'll have to go back to this. Remember a couple months ago, we talked about how they could use it where they put Flacco on the practice squad and then just bring him back every week. There's a way you can do that. Now, he would have to agree to it. And, I mean, some people might look at it as a sign of disrespect. I don't think the Browns would do something like that because we heard Andrew Berry talk about it the other day when he was asked, hey, would you still consider keeping 4 quarterbacks? And he said, yes, that is on the table. You know why? Because they've done it already. They will keep all 4 quarterbacks and they will wait for some. Look at when they traded Brissett, wasn't it? A couple years ago. And then look, we got out of that mess after we traded him. But they're going, I'm telling you, They will wait and see if Pickett does not turn into the next Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold fizzled at the end anyway. If that doesn't happen, he's gone. I don't think anybody's going to come calling for Joe. I just don't. It's just the way it is. But the guy is calming. I'll tell you what, man. He just I need him to stand next to me at night and just talk because I could fall asleep in 2 seconds. He's so calming, and that's kind of what you need at this point after all the instability we've had at that position over the last, 3, 4, 5, you name it, that many years. So Joe was the only one. He brought back the Bernie days for us, songs and everything. It was really those 5 games. It was like having, it was like the old days when Flacco was flinging it. And so maybe we'll see some more of that again, and then Shedeur can take over halfway through the year. All right, that's going to do it. Enjoy your Saturday. Practice is already going on, and so they're going to get out early so they can go get out to Home Depot, maybe Bed Bath & Beyond if they have time. We don't know. I mean, everybody will have time. But I appreciate you stopping in, checking it out. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, maybe we'll bring we'll see. We'll see if we'll bring the quarterback tracker back tomorrow. I don't know. We'll find out. You're just going to have to tune in to see. All right, that'll do it. Go Browns. We'll see you next time.